It seems you've been sleeping until now. You hear the doorbell ringing. Someone seems to be at the door.
Who is at the door? It's Seymour! Seymour?
Teddy's missing.
Yay!
Yeah, we know that.
I looked all over the neighborhood, but I couldn't find him anywhere.
So, he'll be back. Don't worry.
I hope so.
I don't.
Yeah.
Lisa and the others are checking inside the TV to see if he's gone back to the other side. We're meeting pretty soon, so will you come with me to Jeunesse?
No.
No.
Where could Teddy have gone? In any case, you decide to go look for him.
Why are you two always together?
Because he's like her gay
There's no
best
use,
friend.
man. We can't find him.
Yeah, pretty much.
No luck for me either. I didn't sense anything over there. The fog's so dense it might be affecting my readings. I wish I could do better.
Well,
I'm sorry.
It's okay, best girl. You're doing your
you
best.
suck. You're useless.
Don't tell me he really went back to his world this time. We told him over and over that he could stay here.
You don't listen too well. He's retarded.
Yeah, and dumb. Like you.
You recall the mysterious dream you had last night. This may be a time for contemplation rather than action. That's what Igor said, but...
Let's think about this.
I guess that's all we can do right now.
Dumbass.
Plays him a lot, but he's attached to us deep down. He wouldn't disappear without saying anything, right?
Sure.
He stole your porn, Yosuke.
Let's trust in him and await his return. Right now, we must concentrate on the case.
Who knows? Maybe he went back to do some investigating of his own.
He's
It
not
won't
that
be
smart.
long before
No,
Namatama
yeah.
is transferred to another location. We must hurry, or we will miss our only chance to get his perspective on this.
You know, I've been thinking about the case since, but something just doesn't seem right.
Uh-huh.
Let's quickly review the facts. Of all the victims, only 2 were killed. Miss Yamano the announcer, and Saki-san. From the documents we found in the
Who?
car...
Oh, the
we know
dead girl that
Namatama
Yosuke
had
loves
some
so
sort of
much.
connections with them. After
Yeah.
that, there were multiple attempted murders in which we were targeted. It was only when he took Nanako-chan that we caught him in the act, identifying his modus operandi in the process.
When I hear you put it like that, sounds like the dude's guilty.
Is at first glance.
As a result of Namatame's arrest, the police admitted that Mitsuo Kubo was a mere copycat killer.
Back up to yesterday. Remember when you said Namatame didn't have a motive to kill the announcer? That's what's bothering me.
Right. Either he's completely nuts, or we're misunderstanding something.
You lost me.
She's trying to say that if Namatame is sane, then there may be facts in the case we don't know about yet. Sane or insane? Sounds like a play I saw before.
In the membrane.
Nice.
Insane in the brain.
When he talks about saving people, what does that actually mean? I don't think there's any doubt that it includes kidnapping people and throwing them into the TV.
But why?
Could he mean saving them through death?
I mean...
He did call himself a savior and said that the other side is a wonderful world.
So they'll be saved if they die? What a bunch of crap! The bastard should have gone and saved himself. What do you think, Senpai?
There's something else.
If you think about it normally, it's gotta be him. But there ain't nothing normal about that world anyways.
Uh-huh.
There's something I've been wondering about for a while.
Nobody cares.
When we
Everybody
first
cares.
encountered him, he said, "You're the ones I saved. Don't worry, I'll save this girl too."
Does he think he saved us because we're alive?
So, if he saves people by killing them, did he save us too?
Yeah, you're dead.
Wouldn't he actually have failed to save us?
Right?
You raise a good point. If he thinks that salvation comes only through death, his words to us make no sense.
Uh-huh.
And another thing, the Namatame who appeared on the Midnight Channel said he failed to save Nanako-chan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe he really was trying to save the victims by putting them inside the TV.
But save them from what?
Come on, don't get all quiet like that. You guys know I just say the first dumb thing that pops into my head.
Uh-huh.
Possibility that he truly intended to save us.
But he's still the one who threw in Saki-senpai and that announcer, right?
We don't
Sure,
know that.
we haven't nailed down his motives, but that doesn't change the fact that he killed them. Or what? You think someone else was involved? What makes you think so?
I told him before we started playing.
Yeah. Possibility. The culprit depends. Decides. But
Could there be something that proves this possibility?
Namatame's diary, the copycat murderer, the warning letters, the alibi. Oh, fuck.
Obviously, don't worry. This isn't going to lead to a bad ending or anything.
Right. Let's see. The diary... See,
what could prove that there was another person involved?
See, logically, I would say the diary... Like, comparing the penmanship of the diary and the warning letter to see if they match up.
Okay.
The copycat murderer doesn't really
prove
help
anything.
us unless we can somehow ask him if he knows Namatame. But what was Hiragi's alibi again? I don't remember.
Just that she wasn't there when the body was discovered or something.
Okay. So that doesn't help us either.
Okay.
So it's either the diary or the letter. It's probably the diary. Because the warning letter... It's like, unless there's something hidden within the warning letter, like it could be invisible ink again.
Yeah, right.
Because there was a lot of space left on it.
Because there was only one sentence.
Right. Yeah, that does make a bit of sense. And the diary could also have the same thing.
The diary had all of the names of the victims.
Right.
You're on the right track. It's either the diary or the letter, I'll say that.
Yeah. See, they both could be equal parts. I just don't know what the game's logic is.
Well, only one way to find out.
So picking one or the other won't, jeopardize any other...
No, there's no way you can get a bad ending from that.
Okay. So... I want to say the warning letter.
Warning letter? Oh, yeah. Whatever happened to that thing?
If Namatame's the killer, he must have been the one who wrote it, right?
Right?
Let's review them.
You recall that the first warning letter said, don't rescue anymore.
Uh-huh.
And the second one said, if you don't stop this time, someone close will be put in and killed.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that's right.
Isn't that kind of odd? Would someone who thinks he's saving people by killing them write stuff like don't rescue or kill?
Right?
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that part.
The and killed part doesn't make sense either.
Right?
If the killer was writing it, wouldn't it be more like I'll put in and kill?
Uh-huh.
Hey, could this mean?
Namatame, the letter wasn't for me. Namatame didn't write it.
Yeah.
Yeah!
It's almost like someone else wrote this letter. But only the killer would write such a letter and deliver it to Dojima-san's house, right?
Uh-huh.
If someone else wrote it, that could only mean...
Dear God.
Dear God. There's more. No.
Since this is such an unusual case, I was absolutely convinced that other than the Kubo incident, there was one culprit.
So, Namatame really was trying to save his victims?
Apparently.
Everything is exactly the opposite of what it first seemed.
Hmm.
In Namatame's parlance, failing would have been the first two cases when the victims died. If he had used his method twice and failed both times, he would hardly have continued using the TV. And yet he did. It all seems to suggest that someone else wrote this warning letter while observing the entire case.
Someone else? Then it wasn't Namatame that killed Saki-senpai and the announcer?
We can't say for certain yet. We urgently need to speak with Namatame face to face.
You all work together to take another step towards the truth.
The truth. Chunk. Seekers of truth. Another fucking... Oh, boy. It's not over yet. Power of judgment.
How, though? After what happened yesterday, they said they're going to tighten security.
That officer is pretty sleepy, though.
But there's no time to waste. Let's hurry to the hospital.
We must hurry.
Hey, this place is off limits.
Well, not anymore.
I'm a consultant with the police. I'd like a few words with Namatame-san. May I go in?
This is Unit 252, requesting confirmation on an ID. Name of Naoto Shirogane. Huh?
Huh?
Ah. Understood. I see. Well, you're on the list. I can give you a few minutes, but I'll have to record your conversation with him for security purposes.
Okay.
Not that I expect you'll get anything coherent out of the guy. He's been spouting nothing but gibberish.
I'd like him to accompany me as well. He has no identification, but this is an emergency situation, and he's here in Detective Dojima's stead.
Huh? Detective Dojima sent him? I wasn't informed of this.
I'll vouch for his identity.
Well, I guess it's better than dealing with the man himself.
Oh, snap.
We have our hands full with the transport procedures, so the last thing we need is Detective Dojima running wild. Detective Adachi is busy somewhere too. This is Unit 252. Huh? I see.
Has something happened?
There's something about a suspicious object out in the lobby.
Suspicious object.
Ah, well then, this works out nicely. You should back up your colleagues downstairs. We'll keep watch over Namatame-san. A disturbance in a hospital lobby, after all. It sounds serious.
If anything happens, hit the nurse call button. I'll leave the rest to you.
Understood. Please be careful.
Smooth work.
I knew they were undermanned, but I didn't expect it to go this smoothly.
Oh. Hello, everyone.
Wow!
So we're just gonna fucking go behind his back and call everybody.
There's nothing much inside that suspicious object, so he won't be gone long.
Fucking
Oh,
Naoto
you planted it?
Now's our chance to talk
You
about
corrupt cop?
So you're a regular cop?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, you.
Namatame-san, there's something we'd like to ask you. It's tempting to think that you were the culprit behind this entire case. And to be honest, there are many in this town who hope you are.
Like Yosuke over here. He wanted to kill you.
Yeah.
We are here to learn the truth. So please, answer our questions.
It seems he understands what you're saying. What should you ask him?
Is saving killing people?
No.
No, of course
No.
not.
No.
If nobody saves them, they'll be killed.
Yeah, which is what we did.
That's why I put them in there.
What should you ask him?
Who'd you throw in first?
Huh? Me?
What should you ask him?
Did you kill those two girls? I didn't think so.
They were killed. I couldn't save them.
Then tell me if my estimation is correct so far. After discovering the Yamano and Konishi incidents, you realized an appearance on the Midnight Channel meant certain death. Thus, to save her from that fate, you kidnapped Yukiko Amagi. You couldn't let her be killed, so you threw her into the TV, preventing the killer in this world from reaching her.
Right.
And you repeated the process, as more individuals appeared on the Midnight Channel. It all falls into place.
Right.
His body is weak, but his mind is sound. He's trying to tell us the truth.
Yeah, but if the stuff he's saying is true...
There's another killer who murdered the first two victims?
Dun dun
In
dun.
just a few more questions.
Dun.
What should you ask him?
Warning letters. He wouldn't know anything about those.
What are you talking about?
Exactly. Who killed the first two?
I have no idea. I want to know that too.
And why did you enter the TV?
I didn't know. I never thought it would be that kind of place.
As I thought.
You believe me? Did they find him? Did they find the one who did such cruel things?
You calm down.
Mayumi.
Please calm down. Our ability to find the culprit rests on you. We know about the other world. In fact, we're the only ones who can fully understand what you have to say.
Only you?
Only you.
God damn it.
We did blame you for everything at first.
You did.
You
But now
still
I think
do.
We can accept whatever you got to tell us as truth.
Please, tell us everything you can, calmly and slowly.
You're willing to listen? Do my story?
Uh-huh.
Don't look at Yosuke. He doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right.
It all started back when I was in high school.
Well, once was a story all about how... Doot, 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 doot.
Soon after my affair with Mayumi became common knowledge, I returned to my parents' home, as if to run away from the scandal.
Coward!
And I started drinking.
Face your adultery like a man.
My anxieties.
By committing more adultery. That's the real man's way.
And that didn't help either. Mayumi, where are
You crap yourself?
That's the crapping in your pants face.
She'd been disgraced on all the afternoon shows and forced to resign from the program she was on. I caused her so much trouble. I wanted to at least apologize to her, but I couldn't even do that. I lost the will and energy to do anything. Then, one day, the rumor I heard some time ago came back to me. Since I had nothing better to do, I sat down blankly in front of the TV and watched my own reflection.
And then, suddenly...
And all of a sudden, there was Mayumi. Mayumi? Is that you?
That's what I said to the TV.
The Mayumi inside the TV looked as if she was calling to me for help. Mayumi? Mayumi! When I reached out unthinkingly to touch her, my arm disappeared.
I stuck my dick inside the television.
As if I had dipped it into a pool of water. I was so shocked that I lost my balance and nearly fell face first into the TV. I was so scared. I couldn't understand what just happened. I thought maybe I'd gone insane. In the end, I decided to think of it as just a dream, and I went back to the city the next day after finishing work. The next afternoon when I got to work, I was fired on the spot, as I expected. That wasn't what broke me, though. It was Mayumi being found dead. And not just that, but it had happened in my hometown.
Namatame is casting his eyes downward painfully. Gotta man up!
Struck. But later on, I remember the image of Mayumi I'd seen that night. Was it not a dream? Could it really have been an SOS from Mayumi? I hadn't touched another TV because the first time was so terrifying, but I decided to try it again, and I confirmed that none of it was a dream.
None of it.
That image, was it something Mayumi showed me, calling for help? That's how I felt.
And eventually, you learned of the Midnight Channel.
I remembered that when Mayumi was alive, she was chasing a rumor about some bizarre TV program. I'd heard about it before, but I thought it was just an urban legend. Then Mayumi appeared on it, and later turned up dead. The more I thought about it, the harder it became to believe that the two events were unrelated. Soon after that, I came back to Inaba to answer the police's questions. I'd lost my job, and I wanted to know the truth of Mayumi's death for myself. Then, on another rainy night, someone else appeared on the Midnight Channel. It was a girl. She looked like she was calling for help, just like Mayumi. The first thing that came into my mind was, Maybe this girl will be the next to die.
And that was Saki-senpai.
Shut up,
I've
Yosuke.
been following all the news about Mayumi, so I noticed right away that she was the girl who found Mayumi's body. And if my hunch was right, she'd be the next victim. I didn't want her to die the way Mayumi did.
So you knew about her, but you didn't throw her into the TV.
So I desperately kept watching. I was consumed with the idea of rescuing her. Then, little by little, her image on the screen came into sharper focus.
It became sharper?
Uh-huh.
How did you find out it was her?
Shut up,
After I
Yosuke.
came back, my father couldn't bear to see me in such low spirits and gave me a job with the family business. I met that girl when I delivered a package to the liquor store.
The stick?
Damn. And that's when you carried TVs into your truck and then dumped people in them.
I decided to meet her and told her to be careful.
It's like, get lost, old
But that
man.
same night, on the TV, she looked as if she was being engulfed by some black shape. She was writhing in pain. That's why I warned her. Why won't she pick up the phone? Come on, please. The next day, they found her dead. I knew she was going to be murdered, but I couldn't save her. I blamed myself, thinking there must have been something I could have done. There was no one who depended on me. Nobody at work, not even my wife. Mayumi was the only one who accepted me for who I was. But she was murdered, and the same person killed another girl. I was beside myself. I couldn't forgive myself for doing nothing.
You really did love Miss Yamano.
Shut up, Chie.
Yeah.
Yes, from the bottom of my heart.
Listen, that's really gay. Can you get on with your story?
Before I was married, my wife made it big in show business. I was happy for her, but it put a strain on our relationship.
I became constipated.
I think I can kind of relate.
Yeah.
It was
Dumbass.
around that time I met Mayumi. She was interviewing our candidate for the next election. She was a big-name announcer, but she only worked with local stations, and her attitude towards work was similar to mine. We both came from Inaba, so she was easy to talk to. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't help getting intimate with her.
Yo, fucked.
Oh, my.
Gave meaning to my life.
I mean, yeah, that's what happens when you get your dick sucked for the first time.
Yeah.
Soon after Saki-san was found dead, yet another girl appeared on TV.
Yosuke?
That was you. She'll be kidnapped next. And murdered.
I have to go to the bathroom, though. Do I save this girl or take a dump?
Me and another girl. This time, I'm gonna do something. My opponent was a murderer who left no clues to his identity. I thought hard about what I could do to protect her from someone like that.
I thought it was hard.
I'll never convince her. If she gets suspicious and they arrest me, who'll save her then? The girl inside the TV looked as if she was smiling at me.
Yeah, 'cause she's a whore.
No, rude. She just wants a prince.
And that's when it hit me.
Like a whore.
I apparently had the power to go through the TV screen to the other side. Then, what if I put her into the TV and give her shelter there before the killer gets her? What are you trying to tell me? That it's safe over there? Is that it? The girl inside the TV seemed to smile at me again. And I thought, no matter what kind of place it might be, it's better than being slaughtered.
Is it true, Yukiko? Did you smile at this man?
Whore.
Once things calmed down,
Rude.
I could just let her out again. If she's inside the TV, there's no way they can find her. It felt as if everything was starting to come together in my mind. Could it be that Mayumi gave me that power to prevent any more victims from meeting her fate? Was it my mission to save people? But there was a big problem. if I explained the situation to the victim, they wouldn't understand. I had already tried that and failed miserably.
Yeah.
It seemed the only thing I could do was to take them away. If that was my mission, I'd just have to do it. Or
Just
so
do
I
it.
thought.
It's like Nike.
Yeah.
Mayumi, please lend me your strength.
So, since you thought people who appeared
Oh
on
God,
the
you're
Midnight
talking.
Channel would be killed, you kidnapped us in order to save us.
Uh-huh.
Mission? Give me a break! You never stopped and wondered about any of this?
GA, please.
I thought I was the only one who could help them. I did call the police, but they didn't believe me. I knew the area well, thanks to my job. I had a large truck, and I could move around without suspicion. I thought my job as a delivery man would be the perfect cover for my mission. I thought no one else could do it. But are you telling me that I wasn't saving them?
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Still within the TV world, when the fog appears here, they will die. Beginning with Yukiko-san, the people you thought you had been saving were, in fact, in mortal peril. It was
In
my
Mortal
friends
Kombat.
here who really saved us all.
I had a feeling that was it. When I went after that little girl and entered the TV myself, for the first time, I had some doubts about myself.
Am I attracted
You
to this
approached
child?
the medical
Aw.
correct?
The police were after me, so I had to get away. But I still felt I needed to do everything I could to save that poor little girl. That's why I went in after her. But the TV world was completely different than I imagined. Such an abominable, grotesque place.
You were in a bouncy castle. Or you were in a very child-friendly play
Yeah, you were in
castle.
heaven.
Yeah.
I knew that the three of you who I saved went back to your normal lives, so I didn't realize how terrible that world was. I never knew. You couldn't even get out of that place on your own.
Uh-huh.
No. That's a cowardly way to put it. I'd probably already begun to realize that it was a dangerous place. If I hadn't, I wouldn't have gone to see you all.
See us? Wait, are you talking about the concert we did at Juness?
Yes. I wanted to know why the ones I saved were all hanging out with each other, and how much you remembered.
Uh-huh.
But in the end, I couldn't bring myself to say anything and ran home.
Bitch!
Remember, he was sitting on the bench before the concert when that guy was sitting there and he got up and Yosuke was like, I saw that guy.
Oh, yeah.
That was him.
Shit. Damn. Fucking subtlety.
Because you were like, who is that guy?
But
Who's
all
that
the doubts
guy?
and anxieties
He's
I've been unconsciously suppressing.
chasing
Leaving
after
up
kids.
Out when I did the television myself. I thought I was going insane. I probably did. And you know the rest. When I came to, I was lying in a hospital bed.
You really were trying to save people.
But I ended up doing just the opposite. What a fool.
You fool!
I always wanted to enter the world of politics and become useful to society.
Well, then don't enter
After losing
politics.
My job and the woman I loved.
Yeah.
All I had left was this power.
Then you grow a giant boat.
I convinced myself that world was some sort
What?
of sanctuary.
Cheeto.
And I
Oh.
secretly believed myself to be.
I thought you were talking about Ryuji. I'm like, your persona's a boat?
I never doubted what I saw on TV and believed everything was as I wanted it to be. I didn't think for myself at all. That's why I couldn't protect them. I'm to blame for all of this.
What's done is done. But you're not the murderer.
So, but the things I've done are too serious to be brushed aside like that. I have no intentions of running away from my crimes. I'm prepared to face the consequences. Kidnapping is already a serious crime. And on top of that, I put all those lives in danger.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The Midnight Channel and the other world? You can hardly be blamed for failing to understand them properly.
They're fucking...
We must apologize to you as well.
Super
Had we let our
human.
emotions blind us to the truth,
Yosuke would have killed
all
you.
the responsibility on you.
Just from your point of view, people did stop dying once you started saving people. The more you did it, the more you really believed you were preventing their deaths.
I'm such a joke.
Not as much as Yosuke.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm
Look on the bright side. At least you don't use corn to fight.
Yeah.
What are you all crammed in here for?
Questions.
My apologies. We'll be leaving now.
Wait.
Wait!
I beg you, please, find whoever's behind this. You children are the only ones who know about that world.
That's our plan.
Double nod.
It's all clear now. He never committed any murders.
You're just getting
It was
that?
another
Yeah.
party who threw the first 2 victims into the TV.
You've taken another step towards the truth.
Junk. Judgment 3.
Now get out of here!
Shut up.
All
I
right.
told you, he's almost ready to be transported. We can't have anything else happen.
Okay, fine.
I better not see you rascals here
I
again.
read that as racist. I better not see you racists here again.
Yeah.
Nanako-chan looks like she's in pain. She's fighting for dear life.
She's fighting for her fucking life.
This was the last place we saw Teddy, right? He was so worried about her.
Who cares about Teddy?
Yeah.
How can he flake out like this when we have to find the real killer?
The police consider the matter closed. We'll have to do all the investigation from here on out.
Yeah.
Let's revisit Saki-san and Miss Yamano's incidents and see if we can turn up fresh details.
Turn up for what?
But it's been over 6 months.
Turn down for
Wouldn't the
what?
trail be cold by now?
I know, but we can't give up. We're the only ones who understand what's really going on.
Shut up, Yosuke.
And you
We
never
don't
know.
understand shit.
People might remember some things now because they've had so much time to think about it. Let's split up and talk to people all over town tomorrow.
Let's split up,
We'll
gang.
meet up in the evening to discuss our findings.
I guess.
I hope we can find out something about Teddy, too.
I don't.
I don't.
Will this finally help uncover information that will lead you to the true culprit? You decide to go home early today and get some rest.
Man, resting? Who needs... Ain't nobody got time for that. Nothing in the fridge. Going upstairs. Go to sleep. 5.
December 5th.
On the 5th day.
Today is the day the school was founded, so you have the day off from school.
You need to investigate the town.
5 golden cucks.